What's going on, everybody? This is Super Broad Ed, and today we have the Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy, Walmart Netflix exclusive spoiler pack number 2. I do have the first one. Never reviewed it. Well, I didn't review it. It's just lackluster. Alright, but this one is, if you didn't know and you were spoiled, it's Nemesis Prime. Now, spoiler, he's not in the thing, man. He just there. It's like 2 seconds, man. It's like 2 seconds. Really. Alright, so enough of this. Still, my thoughts on Earthrise are, whatever. But I know a lot of people want to support it, and I get it. So, let's look at the box real quick, because these spoiler boxes are pretty cool. It's kind of like a DVD box, and it's got the little stuff here. You know, it's like, it's... Turn up the brightness real quick so you can see. It has words on it. I don't really care about all those words and stuff. It's irrelevant to me. Let's turn around to the back, and again it says spoilers inside. Oh my god, we're spoiled. And then from the side here. Sorry about that, y'all. And then you can see the silhouette of what never happened. Don't you love this? Just marketed toy and selling Nemesis Prime. It's no, it's... But let's move on. So, I'm going to pop the tape here. And I do have stuff that comes to the studio as well as my house, but this came to the studio. And again, we got the gook, the goopity gook. And I understand this is supposed to be like some, Energon cubes or something like that. No, we can't do that in here, so sorry. You'll just have to watch another video of that. We really can't, because it's not my house, so to speak. And inside you see the box, so we're going to continue and pause for the cause and get everything out, and then get it all scratched away, and give us a few moments here. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and we've got everything unpacked, so let's get into it. First things first is a sword. Excuse me. Which is going to be real nice. This will peg on the back for a good look. You get the normal siege gun. You get these 2 weapons, which we'll talk about in a minute. You get the Giza sword, and you get Fangtron, and you get the little splooshing thing. So you can, I guess, put it here if you want. I don't care for these things. They serve no purpose for me, okay? So... it's a waste of plastic that they're charging me for. But I do like this Fangtron. I know a lot of people are looking in for a weapon, but it's cool. You can tell he's got little tank treads. Cobra! That's all I can hear in my head. And then you got this guy, Giza, which a lot of people said was better painted on the Power to Primes version from Amazon. He doesn't have red eyes, we can fix that. I'm not really griping over that. I mean, we expect for Hasbro to cheap out, and they did. So, remember that. They really did cheap out, and I'll explain why. And so basically you fold this back and you got a bird. And I do like it. It's pretty cool. Just the wings, they swept down. So he come in and fly and just form like a more evil sword. And his name is Giza. And so it's nice. I mean, it's a nice, nice little weapon. I've seen it with the other one, and I was like, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So we'll get that out the way. Let's turn it back into a sword real quick, because that's it. That's what it does. And then we're going to turn him into a shield real quick, and basically this opens up. You open it up like that, and you see those tabs right there. You just fold them in there. There's a little tab that comes out. And that's the shield, and you can put what Emgo says is splooshing effect, and he's battling and stuff. That just, and I know I'm a little short today, because yes, I am under the weather, so please forgive me, And these guns. So these guns came with the Amazon Nemesis Prime exclusive, which was based on Power to Prime's Optimus Prime. And I never bought that one because I don't like that mold, because it's just out of scale. A lot of these parts, they were a pain in the butt to fold up and get into this mold. Now the trailer, again, it's cheap. It's the same trailer, but even more cheaper. Yes, even more cheaper, because if you thought the previous releases of these trailers were cheap, you ain't met Nemesis Prime, and this just came right on out when trying to, lift up the, repair bay, or I guess now the evil repair bay. It's like, we're coming to get you. Excuse me. And of course, there's a shield right here that you can pull off, because we got to give Optimus Prime a shield, I guess. He ain't never had no shield, but yeah, it's cheap. I mean, it's nothing to, nothing to squawk home about. It's black. It's just cheap, All right, that's enough of the trailer. I mean, we've seen this like a million times, I'm sure you might want to hear me talk about it all day, but I ain't gonna talk about it. It's cheap. I didn't buy this for the trailer, that's for sure. And it even it's even cheaper to get it back together. Now mine isn't as loose what people were complaining about, but yeah, it still feels kind of, And so these weapons, since they're useless, I ain't even gonna try to play with these, man. Look at it, it just went. My friends will be like, "You gotta pick that up." Yeah, I know. All right. So we'll do some vehicle comparisons, and then we'll get right into the transformation. We're not going to transform this on camera. We're going to transform this off camera, because the friend's like, I got to get out of here. He's got to get out of here. He's got to get ready to go and lock up. So there's let's just do the trailer by itself. We'll push all that out the way for a second. And we're going to compare them to a couple of cars that we have here. And for starters, we have Siege Sideswipe, which looks pretty good together. For all intents and purposes, he still should be bigger. And I'll show you why. Cherry Van Etten. Earthrise Ironhide should not be the same size as a 18-wheeler or a cab on a tractor trailer. In real life, tractor trailers are taller than this, and he's way too big. This is why we need to stop with this. This Optimus Prime is the same size as Voyager Classics Optimus Prime. It's the exact same size. They should have been bigger. Not as big as the Power to Primes version, but just a tad bit bigger. I would like him to be almost as close to Striker Manus. Not as big as Striker. I still think Striker Manus is a little too big, but close in size. That would have been much better. That would have gave us a bigger Ultra Magnus. Other than that, he still looks great. Still looks evil. Always makes me think of Goliath from Knight Rider. All right, so that's the comparisons. And like I said, it just doesn't feel as well. And if you want to, I think we have Siege, the original Siege Optimus Prime. And again, this still feels better than this. There's something about it. I don't know what it is. It's a density to it that makes this feel more dense than this one. And they probably weigh the same, because for all intents and purposes, we're probably, our brains are probably tricked to thinking that, since we've had him and then going to Earthrise. But nah, it's something off about it. But other than that, they do look good together, I mean, I like them. I didn't bring the trailer for Earthrise Optimus because I can't find it. I don't know what the original. I keep it in the box still, because I only keep Earthrise on the shelf. The Earthrise Optimus, just the robot mode. I don't have the trailer anywhere, so I kept it in the box. I couldn't find the box, and all right. So we see it here. That's an extra Autobot symbol, because when I was trying to clean off the dirt, I literally rubbed off the Autobot symbol. So this one is painted on, and it's not dirty. So what we're going to do next, we're going to clean up the mess. We're going to talk about Prime and Robot mode with the weapons. And then we're just going to compare it a little bit to, really just compare it to maybe the 35th anniversary. There's no need to compare. I mean, it's been done so many times, the same Prime. And then, final thoughts all rolled into one. All right, pause for the cause. And we're back. And now you can see Nemesis Optimus Prime, the Siege version, in his robot mode. And he is armed to the teeth. He's got his shield on, taking on some gunfire. He's got Giza in one hand. He's got this sword in the other, and he's got his gun on his back. And if he needs to shoot people, he's ready to pull this off. Now, with all the weapons, let's take them off for a minute. So you can see him in just a plain outline. And then we'll go through the weapons and why I feel like some of these weapons just are annoying. So we're going to take the gun off. And he's black. Same articulation as Optimus Prime, 360. Arm goes out to here, leg goes out to here because of the stupid thing in the back. It's going to block it. Leg goes to the front. He does that. And he does the kick. Head on the ball joint, looks up and down. Side to side. Head can do a full 360. This head does feel loose, by the way, too. So, everything's solid. Nothing's loose, though, except for the head. Head still feels like it feels loose. But, you know, it looks nice. I want to kind of boost up the light a little bit. Here we go. Let's get it on right there. And you can see, you know, if you want to see a close-up of the chest, it's red and the eyes are red, but very recessed red, as opposed to the one that came out in Japan. Now, the one that, like I said, again, the one that came out in Japan is just a deeper black. I think this one looks better. It's more subdued, more of a shadowy Optimus Prime versus a, you know, bright teal, you know, lights and everything. So this one, to me, looks better. And it's a better value. So that's cool. Now, what I wanted it to do was I wanted the sword to be able to fit on the back. But it does not, because this port's too big and this is too small. So what happens? Falls right out. It does not stay on the back. It doesn't catch, so you can't store it like a extra sword on the back. You could kind of store it on his arm, and it does stay there. Won't fall out, but that just looks weird. And I guess I can thicken it up, you know, but I don't want to have to do that. You know, I don't want to do that. You know, it's really weird. So I'm gonna bring in the animated one. Now the animated one stays in the studio because we just love this one. And when we mean the animated one, the cell shaded one, this one sits when you walk in. And I want to see something real quick. Nope, doesn't fit on this one either. Still loosey-goosey. So this peg is definitely not compatible with these toys. But that's okay. Now Giza doesn't have any other way to store, but he, like I said, we took him off. You know, he can go into his hand like that. And you know, he could put the gun here, you know. And comparatively, they're the same. It's, you know, in fact, it's like, you know, there's really not much difference. I mean, there's, you know, it's Prime. They're the same size. You know, if you want to see him next to, you know, Deluxe, who we have on deck right now, we got Sunstreak. Grrr. I said Sunstreak. Oh, it's meant to say Sunstreaker. And as you can see there, he's there, you know, for height comparison. And, I mean, it's the same. It's just Prime. Like, we've seen this so many times. Like, I was almost miffed to do it, but, you know, I got him and I like him. I mean, I like him. It's just my gripe is those guns that don't fit. And I'm never going to use those guns. Like, I'm not going to even try to make them work, you know. I mean, Hasbro, that's just wrong. But maybe a third party will come along and, you know, do you know, some better weapons or something like that. So we're done. Let's get everything out the way because that's really all the comparisons we have. And if you want to see who we also have when you walk in the studio, you have Megatron. So, you know, Megatron stands next to them. And Megatron seems to always be maybe a head, not a head, but like a little millimeter tall. That's all. So let's get these out the way. And we're going to pause, put the weapons on, and then just say what I think. All right, final thoughts. I like this. Overall, I like the set. Despite my gripes, despite the different things that I don't like about it, I do like the set. Would I say get it? Yeah. For the price, it's basically getting Earthrise Optimus Prime with the trailer. Not only that, though, you're getting the extra Fangtron and the extra Giza. Now, if you were to buy those separately, I guess they would cost maybe around $20. So if you had to tack on the $20 to the actual retail price of Earthrise Optimus Prime, for example, that would be $69.99 already. You got another sword here, and you got the 2 extra weapons. That's another probably $5 or $10. So you're looking at a $70 value for the price of, I think, $59.99. I think that's what he's going for. I don't know. I paid $59.99 for it, and I thought it was a fair price from BBTS. Unfortunately, that's the only place I could get it from that I thought was a decent price, because he was sold out on Walmart. And on Walmart, they had him for $79.99 with free shipping with tax was $83. But I felt like I was overpaying, and it wasn't actually Walmart. It was one of those retailers that sell on Walmart, and they're the only one that has it available. I wish Walmart would really more specify that when you go through, but you don't see it till you get to the very end. And it's some company that, you know, they're probably legit, but I just wasn't overpaying their price for it. With that being said, minus the cannons that don't fit really anywhere on him now, only is supposed to go with the Power to Prime's Amazon Nemesis Prime. Even if you omit those, you still have a ton of weapons. Although this weapon won't fit on his back like the gun does, you still can do it. It's very similar to the release of the Striker Manus, or the Nemesis Manus, that came with a ton of weapons. So I like the set. I like the black. I prefer this shade of black than that really, really, really dark black that's on the Takara version, where it's got those crazy teal piping. The teal is subdued. It's a more grayish black, which kind of like he's coming out of shadows, and I think that looks a lot better. You know, where we wait for record labels to give us something to cover up or maybe jazz it up a little bit more. Probably so. There are other people that are making parts for him, so be on the lookout for that. Personally, I don't want to buy any other parts for him. I think this is enough. I'm fine with that. The trailer I'm never going to use, so it's going to stay in a box. This will probably sit on my shelf when I get home with the rest of the stuff that I have sitting next to my DJ equipment. So, what do I give this? 9.5 out of 10. I gave it 2 extra points for being Nemesis. And that's that. So, yeah, if you could find him, BBTS has him for $59.99. I'll drop a link below. I mean, I'm not an affiliate link or anything. So, hey, you know, just click on it and go to their website. If not, you could probably look on eBay or other places. But I wouldn't overpay for him, okay? You know, get him while he's at a good price. He may go up, he may go down, you may find him cheaper, who knows? However, I like it. It's solid. It's going to work. You're going to be pleased if you're in the Nemesis Prime. And there's nothing else to be said. So again, I want to thank you to all my subscribers for coming to my channel. For those that are not subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, leave your comments down in the bottom below. But if not, and you're just watching from the pews, I appreciate your views. So again, my name is Super Robot Ed. I appreciate all of you, and you have a great night, great day, great evening, and let's hopefully make it to the weekend. Peace.